Welcome to another edition of Kroger Inside Kentucky Golf, driven by the Sam Swope Auto Group, and we welcome you to beautiful Cherry Blossom Golf and Country Club here in Georgetown, Kentucky, as we're highlighting the 2012 NGA Pro Golf Tour. After all that, I'm Don Russell with Luther Conley, the head PGA professional and general manager. He runs everything here at Cherry Blossom. And Luther, once again, the NGA Tour here on weather's been great and another good event. Terrific participation, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a good field. We've been full every year. We had a full field again this year, and perfect weather. We couldn't ask for anything better, so we're excited about it.
And everybody can't realize how hard it is to get that many of the participants from this particular tour. The golf course in good shape, that means they like it here. Obviously, that's the bottom line.
Right. We've been full every year with full field, and you know, we get a lot of compliments saying that, you know, we're always in good shape. The golf course is well manicured, and they really enjoy playing here, and that's good, because when you get them coming back every year, you're doing something right.
Yes, you are. And you know, you have a lot of pride because you're a Kentucky guy as well, and you've seen a lot of these kids grow up. I say kids growing up through junior golf, and a lot of them Kentucky participate, and that's got to make you feel good too, because we've watched these kids grow.
Oh, it does. You know, this year for our junior clinic, sponsored by Georgetown College,
right,
we ended up having 10 Kentucky professionals teaching that clinic, and that was great. You know, to have your state represented by that many players is nice.
Not too many people can appreciate all the support you get from your corporate sponsors, and I know there's some in particular that really make it happen.
Oh, this year Toyota stepped up, their major sponsor, and then Modern Distributors out of Somerset, Ashland Specialties out of Ashland, Kentucky. They've been with us every year that we've had this, and we really appreciate their support, and you know, it just helps bringing professional golf to Kentucky.
Going to have a great time today on Kroger IKG here at Cherry Blossom. Luther will be back at the end of the show. This course, by the way, is open to the public, and we will talk about that a little bit more in the show. All about the NGA today. Glad to have you along from Georgetown. We'll be right back.
Kroger IKG is produced in partnership with the Kentucky Golf family of organizations and sponsored by Kroger, in partnership with Florida's Natural Orange Juice and Sparkling Ice naturally flavored spring water. IKG is driven by the Sam Swope Auto Group. IKG is also brought to you by Heritage Hill Golf Club, PNC Bank, and by All Season Heating and Cooling.
Let's raise a glass to raising oranges the natural way, right here in Florida. Here's to growing oranges on our own soil, never importing them. To a co-op of growers working hard and having something to show for it. Here's to a built-in afternoon snack. To an office with a view. Who needs air conditioning anyway? Here's to orange juice raised right. The only major orange juice brand that's 100% Florida and never imported. Florida's natural.
When you service your car, do you earn money towards your next car purchase? When you service with Sam Swope, you do.
I saved $506 with the VIP program just by getting my car serviced.
I saved $1,313 with the VIP program.
I had no idea it was that much.
You like fast? Sam Swope now has express service at every dealership. No appointment needed. Service is done while you wait. Our VIP program has $2 million reserved for our customers' next car purchase. How much is yours? Check it out at samswope.com.
Sultan's Run Golf Course is nestled in the heart of beautiful southern Indiana and stretches over 224 rolling acres of woods, water, and wildlife. Whether you're at the turn, finishing your round, or just visiting to take in the sights, you'll find the clubhouse at Sultan's Run a great place to relax. So come to Sultan's Run Golf Course in Jasper, Indiana today and experience the extraordinary beauty, friendly people, and great golf.
Here's what golfers say about Heritage Hill Golf Club.
What I love about Heritage Hill is it's just a gorgeous golf course. It's manicured really nice. It's got all Zoysia fairways and concrete cart paths. You're just not going to find that combination at every golf course.
Heritage Hill Golf Club, voted the best public course in Kentucky in 2011, just south of Louisville, exit 116 off I-65. Book tee times at hhgolfclub.com. This segment of Kroger IKG is presented in HD by Sam Swope Auto Group.
Welcome back to beautiful Cherry Blossom Golf and Country Club here in Georgetown, Kentucky. It's the backdrop today for the NGA Pro Tour Golf Tournament here. I'd like to welcome Cheney Golf family here. Rex Cheney, my good friend, Dr. Rex Cheney. Sarah Cheney, who is obviously the looks of the group, and Lee Cheney, who right now is the best golfer of the group. Lee,
definitely.
First of all, I know you're proud of them, and it's great to play on the tour. Let's begin with that. And for people that don't know about the NGA, you were great in college. Why don't you explain what it's all about, because it's great competition?
Oh, it's about the closest thing you can get to having a 4-day golf tournament, 72 holes. You're driving everywhere, staying in hotels, and it's about as close as it gets to the Nationwide and PGA Tour. And I think that gives the players of tomorrow, PGA players of tomorrow, the best example of what they need to do and get ready for that.
Really learn what the road is like, and it's not college anymore, is it?
No.
No, it is not. It truly teaches you how to manage yourself and not only make yourself a better golfer, but a better person. So you got to take the good with the bad and learn.
Well, speaking of being a good person, we'll start with the main reason, of course, Mother Sarah. And Sarah, I know, really, people may not realize it, because Rex obviously has lived the game of golf a long time, but you were really the influence in getting him going.
I started with the Batman cape. I had those years, okay?
Did you really?
Right.
Okay,
right.
so I
and
bet
then once he outdrove me, went straight to Rex.
I know you're proud of him.
Oh, yes, very much so.
He's a very good young man. Now, if anybody wants to blame me for good or bad golf, you have to put it on this guy, Dr. Rex Cheney. And Rex, I know it doesn't get any better. Golf's a family game. You've known that for a long time, but this has to be special for you and Sarah to watch what your son has done.
Oh, yes. We enjoy coming out and watching him still. I don't know how long, but it's been a while.
Yeah. Rex, by the way, is the golf coach at Morehead State University. He's done a great job there. And Rex, you know, we have tried with our show just to talk about, not everybody can be a Lee Cheney, but just playing the game is really important, isn't it?
It is important. It gets you away from the stress of everyday life. It is, you're not out stealing hubcaps if you're playing golf.
That's right.
And we try to encourage all the young people to play this great game.
As Rex said, there's plenty of hubcaps in Morehead now because I don't live there anymore, so that's just a joke. But thank you all so much. You know what you mean to me and Morehead State, and we appreciate them being on the show today. It's time for a tip this week, not from Rex Cheney, but from another guy that can help you with the golf game. And our tip's brought to you by Heritage Hill Golf Club.
Hi, I'm Nick Sweeney. I'm the assistant golf professional here at Heritage Hill Golf Club in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. And today I'd like to give you a little tip on chipping with the bump and run shot. Here I have a shot where I've come up just slightly short of the green, pin in the back of the green, so I have a lot of distance to cover between here and the hole. Many times we'll see a player that'll automatically reach for sand wedge or lob wedge, a higher lofted club, produce a shot that's very hard to control the distance and the spin. What I recommend is to take a lower lofted club, such as an 8-iron or a 7-iron, and we're going to play a shot that's very similar to a putt. We're going to play the ball just in the back of our stance. We can use the same grip that we use for putting, and we want to make sure that the shaft is leaning forward of the ball and that the hands stay ahead of the ball at all times. And from there, we're just going to make our normal putting stroke, which is going to produce a shot that has a lower trajectory, carries less, and rolls out more. Much easier to control the distance and spin of this shot since it's very similar to a putt. The faster we can get the ball rolling on the green, the more control we have over it. Another option that you would have here with the popularity of hybrids, you can do pretty much the same thing, make the same shot, like I said, in the back of the stance, use our normal putting grip, keep the hands forward of the ball, and just make our usual putting stroke. This will produce a shot that gets rolling a lot faster and that you should have more control over. If you have any questions on this tip or need any more assistance, contact your local PGA professional.
Hi, Steve McMillan, Executive Director with Golf House Kentucky. Welcome to Rules Talk. Today we're going to be talking about hitting a wrong ball and what you need to do if that ever happens. Let's go take a look at what happens.
Steve, I got a little problem here.
Don, what can I help you with?
Well, this ball has 3 dots. My marking's like a scrape, so this is not my golf ball.
Okay, well Don, you've hit a wrong ball. And under the rules of golf, a wrong ball, it's a 1-stroke penalty. And in addition to that, we've got to go back and we've got to find your ball and go ahead and hit your ball. So you can go ahead and pick this one up, and we're going to go back and find that other one, and then like I said, it's going to be a 1-stroke penalty. But I want to give you some advice for the future. When you tee off each time, make sure you have your golf ball uniquely marked. Take out a blue marking pen or a red pen or a pink pen or whatever. Mark your golf ball uniquely, because once we're out there, if you don't think that's your golf ball, the rules allow a procedure which are going to allow you to mark and lift and be able to identify your golf ball. So please remember that in the future. It's going to save yourself that 1 stroke.
I can use it.
Yes, you can.
Here's what golfers say about Heritage Hill Golf Club.
Heritage Hill Golf Course, truly a diamond in the rough, something we never expected to find out here.
You might as well play on a pretty place, you might as well play on a nice place. You feel like you're playing tournament golf here because the course is so nice.
Heritage Hill Golf Club, voted the best public course in Kentucky in 2011, just south of Louisville, exit 116 off I-65. Book tee times at hhgolfclub.com.
Let's raise a glass to raising oranges the natural way, right here in Florida. Here's to growing oranges on our own soil, never importing them. To a co-op of growers working hard and having something to show for it. Here's to a built-in afternoon snack. To an office with a view. Who needs air conditioning anyway? Here's to orange juice raised right. The only major orange juice brand that's 100% Florida and never imported. Florida's natural.
It's very important that you trust your club selection. It's also important that you trust your selection in your heating and cooling company. All Season Heating and Cooling is at the top of my leaderboard in sales, service, and the latest in energy-saving technology. And look for the palm tree on the van.
When you service your car, do you earn money towards your next car purchase? When you service with Sam Swope, you do.
I saved $506 with the VIP program just by getting my car serviced.
I saved $1,313 with the VIP program.
I had no idea it was that much.
You like fast? Sam Swope now has express service at every dealership. No appointment needed. Service is done while you wait. Our VIP program has $2 million reserved for our customers' next car purchase. How much is yours? Check it out at samswope.com.
It's very important that you trust your club selection. It's also important that you trust your selection in your heating and cooling company. All Season Heating and Cooling is at the top of my leaderboard in sales, service, and the latest in energy-saving technology. And look for the palm tree on the van.
This segment of Kroger IKG is presented in HD by PNC Bank.
Welcome back to beautiful Cherry Blossom Golf and Country Club here in Georgetown, Kentucky. It's our backdrop for this edition of Kroger Inside Kentucky Golf, powered by the Sam Swope Auto Group. And we're talking about the NGA Tour. And, of course, one of the things that means is a lot of opportunities. When I say the name Cochran, you think of golf. And I have Rick Cochran III with us. And Rick, first of all, congratulations. I know you've shot some good rounds here, but a lot of people may not realize, we've tried to explain on this show what the NGA is all about. You're a Kentucky boy. Why don't you explain on how it all works?
Well, this tour does a great job with being almost like a family out here. You know, we travel together every week, so you get to know people and hang out with people, and then they do a good job at hosting families that host the players, so we get to have a little home cooking with traveling. And then the whole staff with the NJ Tour, they do a great job. They're just friendly enough to where they're your friends, but then when a ruling comes up or something happens, they can still be stern with you. So it's just a great fit for me, and I'm glad to be back out here.
Well, you've done a great job job, as have all the Cochrans in the game of golf, but this has to be a real thrill for you because a lot of folks remember you when you were a little tight just starting a junior tour, and it's pretty competitive here, isn't it?
Oh, well, I mean, you can look at the numbers out here the last couple of days. Well, I mean, the last 3 days, they're low, and you've got to play well out here, and I think that's why this tour has such a success on the Nationwide Tour and even the PGA Tour, just because out here you've got to make birdies, you've got to pedal to the floor, because if not, you're going to miss cuts and get lapped, and it's a great learning experience for me because you do have to be aggressive and to hang in there each week.
Golf is one of those games that it seems like, well, a lot of sports, but golf, I think particularly when you have a bloodline of golfers, in the Cochran family has certainly been that, and I guess you've thought of this game when you're old enough to say it, right?
Well, my first word was ball. My father did a great job of having a lot of energy when I was a kid, whether it be baseball, basketball, golf, fishing, football, just anything. And then, of course, as I watched Uncle Russ, and I got to meet some really good guys out there on the PGA Tour when I was a kid, so I idolized them. And I've always looked up to Uncle Russ, and he's done everything in his power to help me besides hit the golf shot. If I ever need anything or if I ever do need anything, he's the first person that will call and help me, and it's good. And I'm finally starting to kind of come into my own as a player. The first couple years I was pro, I played good but not consistent, and this year, it's just I've worked my tail off, and it's finally starting to show.
For any young person maybe wanting to start or just starting, now that you've been through an awful lot, what kind of advice would you give them?
Well, the first thing that comes to mind is my father told me, he's always told me, but two things really. He always told me never quit. He said, son, I don't care if you shoot 100. If you try every shot, I'll be proud of you and happy for you. And that to me is always stuck. And no matter if I'm around the cut line, if I'm not making it, or if I'm in contention, you hit a bad shot, shake it off, and get the ball in the hole, and you never quit. Another thing is, my dad told me here recently, he said you got to outwork, out-prepare, and outthink. And to me, those are three great things to do, because there's thousands of people that are good. What separates individuals is those three things I just said, and to me it really sunk in, and it's made me the player I am today.
And a lot of people, especially you, I've heard a lot of people comment about the job that Luther Conley and his staff's done, and I know coming back to your home state, that's got to give you a little pride too, because everybody's been knocked out by what they've done here.
Well, this is my first professional event in 2009, and the last 2 years I wasn't able to play on the NGA Tour, but I still played here. And then I'm back here for my fourth year, and it's in great shape. I mean, you can't, and of course the weather's perfect, and with so many help, so many shuttles back and forth, people are willing to get involved and to help each other, and that's what it's about. That's what makes it fun for us, because shuttles every hole, and people are hosting players, and it just makes it feel like home. And to me, it is home. Kentucky, and it's an honor to be here, especially the way this course is being ran this year.
Well, I got to tell you, on behalf of IKG, the Cochran family has meant an awful lot to the game of golf in many ways in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And Rick, you've continued it as well, and we'll be watching you, and best of luck the rest of the way.
I appreciate it. I hope I can contribute like my uncle has.
Well, this guy was a great junior golfer. We talk about the junior golfers each week on Kroger IKG, and here's our PNC Bank Junior Golf Report.
Let's raise a glass to raising oranges the natural way, right here in Florida. Here's to growing oranges on our own soil, never importing them. To a co-op of growers working hard and having something to show for it. Here's to a built-in afternoon snack. To an office with a view. Who needs air conditioning anyway? Here's to orange juice raised right. The only major orange juice brand that's 100% Florida and never imported. Florida's natural.
And then there's Diet Dr. Pepper's cock. I'm Amy Story. Oh, for the love of...
Seamus, this isn't a contest about who's less believable.
Okay, Pot of Gold. I can see how that's a stretch. But this guy? Look, if I went around saying, hey, have a yummy bite of this, boyo, there's no calories. Why, they'd put me away.
Well, look, there's nothing diet about Diet Dr. Pepper. There's 23 flavors, no calories, and it's...
And satisfying, yeah. We're not buying it, are we, Satch? Satch!
Sultan's Run Golf Course is nestled in the heart of beautiful southern Indiana and stretches over 224 rolling acres of woods, water, and wildlife. Whether you're at the turn, finishing your round, or just visiting to take in the sights, you'll find the clubhouse at Sultan's Run a great place to relax. So come to Sultan's Run Golf Course in Jasper, Indiana today and experience the extraordinary beauty, friendly people, and great golf.
When you service your car, do you earn money towards your next car purchase? When you service with Sam Swope, you do.
I saved $506 with the VIP program just by getting my car serviced.
I saved $1,313 with the VIP program.
I had no idea it was that much.
You like fast? Sam Swope now has express service at every dealership. No appointment needed. Service is done while you wait. Our VIP program has $2 million reserved for our customers' next car purchase. How much is yours? Check it out at samswope.com.
This segment of Kroger IKG is presented in HD by Heritage Hill Golf Club.
Well, it's a real honor just to get a chance to play in the NGA Pro Tour event here in Cherry Blossom, much less make the cut. Let's take a look at some of the top scores this week in the NGA tournament here in Cherry Blossom. You may have noticed at the end of last week's show we had a special memorial to a good friend of ours, Betsy Gladish, who worked with the Kentucky Golf House for the last few years and a real friend of ours at IKG and helped us a lot with the show. Matter of fact, when we went to Pine Mountain, that was all her idea. She passed away at age 31 very unexpectedly, and she was a young lady that was always bright, smiling, and made you feel like, well, if you were having a bad day, you shouldn't. And we just want to say thanks to Betsy for all the things that she did for us, and hope we'll all remember her with that bright smile that she had. And even in a special way, she could maybe criticize things, but you never really thought she was doing that in any way at all. So Betsy, we miss you. We'll remember your smile, and we certainly appreciate the time, even though it was short, that we had with you to be a special friend.
When you service your car, do you earn money towards your next car purchase? When you service with Sam Swope, you do.
I saved $506 with the VIP program just by getting my car serviced.
I saved $1,313 with the VIP program.
I had no idea it was that much.
You like fast? Sam Swope now has express service at every dealership. No appointment needed. Service is done while you wait. Our VIP program has $2 million reserved for our customers' next car purchase. How much is yours? Check it out at samswope.com.
Let's raise a glass to raising oranges the natural way, right here in Florida. Here's to growing oranges on our own soil, never importing them. To a co-op of growers working hard and having something to show for it. Here's to a built-in afternoon snack. To an office with a view. Who needs air conditioning anyway? Here's to orange juice raised right. The only major orange juice brand that's 100% Florida and never imported. Florida's natural.
It's very important that you trust your club selection. It's also important that you trust your selection in your heating and cooling company. All Season Heating and Cooling is at the top of my leaderboard in sales, service, and the latest in energy-saving technology. And look for the palm tree on the van.
Here's what golfers say about Heritage Hill Golf Club.
What I love about Heritage Hill is it's just a gorgeous golf course. It's manicured really nice. It's got all Zoysia fairways and concrete cart paths. You're just not going to find that combination at every golf course.
Heritage Hill Golf Club, voted the best public course in Kentucky in 2011, just south of Louisville, exit 116 off I-65. Book tee times at hhgolfclub.com.
Very important that you trust your club selection. It's also important that you trust your selection in your heating and cooling company. All Season Heating and Cooling is at the top of my leaderboard in sales, service, and the latest in energy-saving technology. And look for the palm tree on the van.
Kroger IKG is produced in partnership with the Kentucky Golf family of organizations and sponsored by Kroger, in partnership with Florida's Natural Orange Juice and Sparkling Ice naturally flavored spring water. IKG is driven by the Sam Swope Auto Group. IKG is also brought to you by Heritage Hill Golf Club, PNC Bank, and by All Season Heating and Cooling.
Well, once again, anytime we come to Cherry Blossom Golf and Country Club here in Georgetown for Kroger IKG, it's always a special opportunity for us. And again, our special thanks to Luther Conley here. And Luther, I know we've talked about the NGA today, but I want to brag on the golf course, because not just for this event, there's a lot of work people don't realize. Matter of fact, this year we're going to do a lot of features with superintendents. A lot of hard work goes into it, but this course is open to the public. Why don't you explain it?
It is. We're open to the public. We have been ever since we opened in 2001. The golf course, we try our best to keep it in the best shape that we can, and we think the small things what matters. And Andy Short, our superintendent, does a wonderful job. You know, he's been out here for the last 2 weeks, daylight to dark, and you know, putting in all the hours he can. And you know, the golf course is in great shape for the event this week.
And the thing I always like about it is it can be challenging, like it is for the NGA Tour. But we got one of our Mopes, we'll call him, Andrew Schmidt is here with us, and Andrew played in a Pepsi event here, and you really kind of catered everyone.
Right, we had several events, and actually next week we have another Pepsi event, and we bring in a lot of juniors to our golf course, and it is a golf course that everybody can play, regardless of age or handicap. You know, with 4 sets of tees, you can make it as challenging as you want.
Well, it's always a pleasure to come here, and if anytime you are in this area, you can't pass up the chance to play here. Luther and Stephen, his son, and the whole staff will do a great job for you. Luther, it's always good to see you, and thanks for being on the show, my friend.
Thanks, Donnie.
All right.
Good to see you again.
This guy knows a lot of golf, a lot more than I've ever been able to forget, that's for sure. Glad to have you along, and glad you joined us from Kroger IKG, driven by the Sam Swope Auto Group. We'll say goodbye from Cherry Blossom and see you again next week.
IKG is proud to have Monterey Club as its official apparel company. Ask your local PGA professional about Monterey Club.